Welcome to Deep Treks with Dan Shipton. We hope God is blessing your Advent season, and we're glad you've chosen to join us in our Advent journey. Here is pastor and teacher Dan Shipton with today's Advent devotion.
Welcome to Deep Treks. I'm Dan Shipton, and this is our Thursday edition of Deep Treks. We are going through the week of studying about the joy in our mighty God. And today we're going to continue our study about joy in our mighty God, and we are going to be looking at some different verses. If you want to turn over to the main verses for today, we're going to be in Romans chapter 8, verses 28 to 31. As I was thinking about getting into this day and getting into this study, one of the things that occurred to me was to ask the question as we start today: do you feel like a winner? Perhaps you're like me and you struggle when somebody says, "Do you feel like a winner?" I don't always feel like a winner. Sometimes I feel like I'm far from being where I need to be in life. Sometimes I struggle with when people give me compliments. And I definitely struggle to believe that I have a lot to add in to other people's lives. Sadly, we are often our worst critics. But here's the thing. Something we can learn really quickly is that we should come to an understanding that in God, we have a mighty God who has come to save us. We talked about that yesterday. He was born in humble circumstances to show us that out of humility and out of humbleness, out of nothing, everything can come. As we're thinking about this week of joy in the mighty God, I'm reminded of one of my favorite passages from Romans chapter 8, verse 28 to 31. And it says there, "What shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for all of us, how will he not also with him graciously give us all things?" We may feel like we're not winners sometimes. And even this Christmas season, as we're getting closer to Christmas and the pressures are building up, we may feel like we're not going to get everything done. We're not going to get the packages wrapped. We're not going to get the dinner ready. And the stresses may be coming upon us. But we're reminded God already did what's really important for us. He paid the price with his own son, Jesus Christ. And we're reminded that our conquering power doesn't come from ourselves, but it comes from God. It comes from him, the mighty God who gives us power. I don't know about you, but I don't consider myself much of a conqueror a lot of times. I'm just happy to get by. Some mornings I'm just happy to put my shoes on the right feet and get out the door in time to get to work. But the Bible tells us we are more than conquerors. I'm happy in my own life to know that God is taking care of things for us. What a powerful and empowering feeling it is to know that we've already won the battle, that we've already conquered all around us. If God is for us, who can stand against us? That's a fact that we have to look forward to in life. We should hold on to those facts, knowing that God is with us in all things. He has provided through Christ our conquering power, our mighty God. And through that we can have joy, joy unspeakable, because he has helped us through. I don't know what's holding you back from joy this week, but take some time to realize you're a conqueror, you're a winner, and it's all because Christ has won the battle for us. Blessings on your journey with Christ today, and take those blessings with you wherever you go and wherever you trek. Help others and bless them along the way.
Thanks for joining us for today's devotion in our Advent journey. Remember, if you have a question or prayer concerns, please leave us a note at deeptreks.com. May you be blessed by God today, and may you share the blessing on this trek of life.